Hi there, this is Dario Ponissi and you have reached Joint Adventure. In the lesson of today, we will study a few useful ways to change chords. So, actually, I want to start right away with the easiest way to change a chord. Take the position of C major, which by now you should know, and by moving only your ring finger right underneath the middle finger, you will reach the position of A minor. All right, so you just move one finger and you do two chords. All right, so the practice that I'm proposing you to do is to play 4 times the chord of C and 4 times the chord of A. Then shorten it to twice and then one each. So in other words, we start with C, 2, 3, 4 and A minor, 2, 3, 4, then go back 1, 2, then A minor, 2, and then 1 each. Okay, why am I starting this way? Because with this easiest way to change chords, only using one finger basically, you help your hand to remember. Remember, many times we spoke about the memory of the hand, the physical memory of the hand. You get your hand used to do these changes from one string to the other. Another interesting change is the change that goes from the C major chord to the E minor. All right, important is that you understand that the best way to change chords is to keep your fingers as much as possible close to the strings. In other words, you don't take off all your fingers and then you go searching for the next position. The best thing to do also is to recognize what finger doesn't move, if it's possible. For instance, in this change from C to E minor, basically the middle finger doesn't move and you can use it as a hook to get the next chord. All right, so in this way I move my forefinger and the middle, the ring finger goes away, and the index, the forefinger, goes on top of the middle finger to reach the position of E minor. We do the same thing as we did before. We do 4 times C, 4 times E minor, and then we shorten it until we get used to it and the thing doesn't present any more problems. So let's go. And 1, 2, 3, 4, E minor, 2, 3, 4, then again C, 2, change, 1, 1, 1, 1, and you can go on as much as you wish. So these 2 changes are progressively more difficult in a way. Let's try and see another change of chord that uses the chord of C as the starting point. You take the chord of C and then we move to the chord of G. Okay, so what happens here? You have to apply a little bit your imagination in a way. You have to imagine and also do it, that your middle finger and your ring finger jump on one string up, basically. So taking off the forefinger, middle finger and ring finger jump on the top from their string, the original string. They jump on the string that is on the top of the original one, and then you add the pinky on the first string, 3rd position, the chord of G. All right, so, all right, these are the 2 positions. Let's start once again, 4 times, then 2, then 1. All right, let's go, and 2, 3, 4, G, 2, 3, 4, and 2. Okay. Let's try once. That's the idea. Of course, you can change the strumming, whatever you wish, you can do it. Just try to be always in tempo. If this speed is too much, of course, you can slow it down. No problem, absolutely. Another thing that I want to tell you is that basically now we move from a very simple change to a little bit more complex, but always try to find the shapes that can help you. We spoke about chord shapes in another lesson. There should be the link up here. Basically, these chord shapes are the ones that help you to find new positions. For instance, in this case, the chord shape of C, if you take off your forefinger, all you have to do is to move it on the upper floor in a way, and then add this one. So start thinking of your finger as taking patterns, taking shapes that can help you to find new chords. All right, so let's move away from the C and try the chord of A minor. All right, the easiest chord change starting from A minor is the one that takes you from A minor to E major. All right, why it's easy? Because again, as I was telling you before, all you have to do is to move to the upper floor. So from the chord shape of A minor, you move the 3 fingers together. We're going progressively. 1 finger, 2 fingers, 3 fingers. Okay, so we move from A minor to E major simply by going 1 floor up, 1 string up. Okay, move everything together. Try to move everything together and not to take off the finger in this way. All right, and we do the usual pattern of practice. Okay, we start from A minor. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Now we change to twice. 1, 2, 1, 2 again. 1, 2, 1. Let's start with 1. All right, no problem. I can see that you actually already catching this very well. All right, let's stay in the area of the A, but this time let's use the A major. The A major, I remind you, is this. And let's see what happens if we move the chord of A major into the chord of D. The chord of D is this one. Possibly you already noticed what I did, and precisely I am using my ring finger as a hook in a way. The ring finger moves to the next fret while at the same time I move forefinger and middle finger to their positions, which are, show you again, ring finger goes on the next fret, the forefinger goes 1 string down, and the middle finger goes on the first string. Okay, this is the movement that you have to do. And as much as possible, you have to try to keep the fingers close to the strings, always. It takes a bit of time, but once you get used to it, it will become almost automatic. Okay. All right, so we do our usual practice 4 times, starting from A, and 1, 2, 3, 4, D, 2, 3, 4, A, twice, then once, okay. It's a bit more complicated than the other ones that we saw, so I'm challenging you. Let's challenge ourselves to go into a change which is a bit more complicated, a bit more challenging, let's say. Take again the position of A minor, all right, and we try to go into F major, which I remind you is a chord that uses the bar. All right, it's like an E major, 1 fret down and a bar. All right, so from this position, All right, what I do is basically from this position, the forefinger will change into the bar. And at the same time, what I do is to bring the middle finger where the ring finger is and add the other two fingers, moving the ring finger and adding the pinky in their respective positions. Okay, so of course you can find all these chord shapes in other lessons that we did. So you can basically digit joint adventure, how to play the F chord, how to play the A minor, and so on. But I assume that if you're already here, you already know the chord positions in a way. So let's go back from A minor to F. This is the movement that you want to do. Okay, let's start from A minor and 1, 2, 3, 4, F, 2, 3, 4 again, 1, 2, 3, 4 again. Okay, now we go in twice, and 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2 down once. One more. Okay. So, of course, you can also do other chord changes. For instance, you can try A major and F, which is actually even better in a way, because all you have to do is to leave the middle finger there and reach the position of F. So you can try these two variations. The last change that I'm proposing you is from the D major chord to the E major chord. Why? Because you kind of reverse the order of the finger. So let's start with the D. From here, I slide back my forefinger 1 fret, and the other 2 fingers go and reach the position of E. This way. In other words, the forefinger only slides back, and the only fingers that move are the middle finger and the ring finger. All right? Okay, let's start. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3, 4. Now twice. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's start once. 1, 1. D, E, D, E. Okay, so we of course will practice other chord changes in a different episode. So come and look for us. But right now, step into our classroom and let's see what happens with 2 guitars and see how we can manage to do these chord changes in an interesting way. So here we are in our classroom.
Hi.
Romana is here with us to help us. Okay, so basically we're gonna try some of the chord changes that we studied in the lesson. So I would say let's start with the C and A minor, which is the easiest chord change. So take the position of C, please, C major. That's it. All right. So what you have to do is to leave these 2 fingers here, sort of a hook, of an anchor in a way, and then you just move your ring finger and you place it under the middle finger, same fret under the middle finger. Okay, so we're gonna start and we're gonna try 4 times the chord of C, 4 times the chord of A minor, then cut it in 2 and then cut it in 2 again. Yes. All right, so we go and 1, 2, 3, A minor. That's it. Very well. Then twice. Change. Okay. Now change. Change. Okay. Ah, very good. Very good. Yeah. Okay. So let's try something a bit more challenging. So this time we change from C to E minor. In other words, you leave the middle finger here, it doesn't move. This doesn't move. And you take off your ring finger and move your forefinger on top of the middle finger. That's it. And you get your E minor. Be careful not to take off all the fingers. So leave this as a hook, as an anchor, or whatever you want to call it. Same thing. Ready? And 1, 2, 3, change. Very good. Go ahead. Okay, start again. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 2, 3. Now in 2, 1, 2, 2 in 1. Yes. Yes. Okay. No, it's not bad. Because of course you have to move more fingers. That's why.
Yes.
It's hot, isn't it? Yeah.
Yes. Today in Italy it's very hot.
Very hot. We're melting. It's unbelievable. So also because it's we are complicating things here. So let's start also. Let's try, as I should say, A minor and E major. A minor is this one. And to do E major, you have to move all the fingers. All the fingers, one string up. All right. So be careful to move your fingers in a way that they don't go somewhere else. All right. So from here, you take this chord shape the way it is and move everything one. That's it. One string up. Okay. Let's do it in tempo. Ready? Yes. A minor. And 1, 2, 3, change. Okay. No, it's good. In twice. 2. Then 1. It's not bad. Just remember. Just make the transfer a bit smoother. That's all. Okay. So the last that I propose you, it starts in A major. And it goes to F. All right, it's a bit more challenging because we have a bar and so on. You have to do this. In other words, you play the A major chord, then leave the middle finger. The middle finger doesn't move, okay? And with this, with the forefinger, you basically do the bar. And with the other two fingers, exactly, you go on the 3rd fret and you complete the chord. Perfect. All right, are you ready? Let's do a bit slower because we have a bar, so we have to take it easier. All right. The tempo will be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, change. Okay, it's not bad. 4 twice in 2, 1, 2, and okay. Try in 1. Okay. It's not bad at all. So basically practicing you can get much better. And that's it for today. Come back for another episode of Joint Adventure. And
subscribe to our channel, please, and follow us on Pinterest.
Yes, on Pinterest. And put a thumbs up here below and hit the bell. All right. So we'll see you again on another episode of Joint Adventure. Ciao.